Yo, what up, mother pluckers? Welcome back to another episode of Night Drop Podcast. I said I wasn't gonna be political, but I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do it. Gonna do it. Welcome back. We have a very special episode with two very special guests. One more special than the other. I always say that shit because I like to make Sucio feel loved. But anyway, Sucio's here. What up, my boy?
What up, baby? You know, this is Sucio, a.k.a. Cerberus, a.k.a. Thought Boy Supreme, a.k.a. Lesbian Wolverine, a.k.a. Cobija-chan, a.k.a. ex-boyfriend of everybody's mom. I'm not used to the baby mic, and thank you for having me back on the show, mijo. It's been a lingering 2 weeks.
It's been a while. And today, he has recently showered Sucio, which, one, it's true. And two,
baby,
it pertains to our guest today, Cynthia from In Bloom. What up?
Hi, how are you guys? How are you doing? Thanks for having me on.
Well, barely surviving this COVID pandemic shit. It kind of feels shitty right now though, because like I've been putting all these pre-recorded episodes where me and Sucio were in the studio, and I feel like people are judging us because they think we're hanging out with like COVID.
Yeah,
but,
you guys are social distancing.
But they're pre-recorded, guys, so don't.
And you actually hear the air conditioner going at 100 miles an hour, and I'm sweating, and I have like a sleeve on, and it's like, oh yeah, it's. I can't wait till Halloween. Anyways, next week it's November 23rd or whatever. So
well, we recorded our Halloween episode like 3 weeks before Halloween, so I don't know, whatever. But anyways, with that said, we're very excited to have her here because we didn't know much about, well, we don't know much about In Bloom except for the page, basically the Instagram where we kind of discovered that she's doing all this work. Her work that we showed though was the alien from Mars Attacks, which I have right here. I didn't forget about it. I don't even want to get it out of the shrink wrap though, like. But it smells really good. Sucio wanted to eat it. I don't know if you saw that, but he wanted to eat it.
It smells.
And we like to support local artists. And when I saw that it says that it said that it was hand painted and all that stuff, I wanted to definitely get it. So, but with that, I wanna start off this by how have you been doing? First of all, how has business been going and everything during this pandemic, basically?
So right now during the pandemic, it's been a little tough only because, I'm so used to doing a lot of the big local markets. So like Chalk the Block, Dia de los Muertos, all that is shut down. So we can't really do much of that. There is some local markets that we're still running, but there was a lot of backlash from, the people who would go, wouldn't really social distance. So I chose personally the option to stop doing markets. So It has been taking a little bit of a hit. But I mean, I still have really good following, the support that I get is really good. So I've still been doing okay. I'm on the verge of opening my own store, hopefully finish by the end of this month. And then get that.
Beautiful.
I did see that. I did see that you were trying to open your store, which is right now is a very hard time to do that, and I feel though that when I bought your bed bombs, you were pretty quickly to like send them out and stuff like that. So I know that we're here in El Paso and it doesn't take a day to even get here, but I thought your response was pretty quickly, and I think more people should. Right now, it's the time, especially, to support online shopping, especially locally. Because I feel like we all need it. And I think it's good though that you're opening your own store because a lot of people are like really into Lush, which kind of similar to your stuff. But what I love about your stuff is that all geek related and horror related and all that stuff, so thank you for that.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to do. Like I mean, personally I've never tried Lush, so I don't really know too much about them, but yeah, like I just wanted to offer, something different. I've always been a geek at heart. I've always been into like retro games, retro movies, stuff like that. So I wanted to bring something that, you know, kind of tied in both of those things and then still let me be myself, do whatever I wanted to do, be as creative as I wanted to be.
That's awesome.
Well, let me jump in to this point right now and say, A, when I used the bath bomb, because I used the one he gave me that you got the Mars Attacks one, smelled delicious, was amazing. And yes, I did lick the wrapper like a cheeseburger. And it actually was great. My dad just had surgery, so I put it in his bathtub, and he fucking loved it too. He felt great. So yeah, thank you for that. It was actually very invigorating.
That's
So I
good.
appreciate it. But you see all the designs that you do, and they're very intricate.
Mhm.
And are you making molds first, or are you hand molding, or I don't understand, because I've seen a lot of the different works you've done where it's like one is more detailed than the next, more detailed than the next. Do you have a specialty? Is there like a specialty thing you like?
Not really so much a specialty. I mean, I do have a 3D printer, so I print my own molds most of the time. A lot of the time, it's just forms that you already kind of find on the internet, turn them into a 3D mold, and then go from there. Um, but it does take some time to kind of figure out like how each mold is going to work, because when you turn something like a picture that you see off the internet into an actual mold, it takes a lot of adjusting and stuff like that.
Dimensionalize.
Yeah, but as far as like specialty wise, I mean, I just go with the flow. If I'm watching TV and then I see something, I'm like, oh shit, I want to make that bath bomb, or I want to turn that into something. But I mean, as far as specialty goes, I just go with whatever I like, whatever.
Maybe I'm being too, because I'm a little rigid in my interview style. Let me say, what started the journey? What was the first thing you actually made into a bath bomb?
So I just started with like the plain old circle bath bomb. It took me about like a year after I started trying to make them.
Wow.
Yeah, to finally get like an actual recipe that I liked. Only because bath bombs are so finicky that if it's humid outside, I can't make bath bombs that day because it'll activate them. I can't make bath bombs when it's raining. I can't make bath bombs when it's snowing. So the time that it took me to figure out a recipe that would work with the El Paso weather kind of took me about a long time to figure out. Yeah. So that's kind of what just got me started. And then from there, I just kind of wanted to do my own thing. I was tired of working for people, just wanted to do my own shit. And then my son had tried a bath bomb from Walmart and he had a huge allergic reaction to it. So then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start trying to make him one. And then I just tried and tried and tried. And it took me forever. And then finally I just started with the round bath bomb and then started doing stars and then, moons.
So
and then
vegan was a necessity for your son, for his allergies. Is that what I'm assuming, I guess?
Well, I mean, the reason why I've decided to do it vegan is because there's really no need for me to put animal products into my products. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I have a pet pig, so I'm really big
awesome.
on so I'm really big on I don't want to put animal products in beauty products. I'm not saying I'm vegan. I still eat meat. I still eat chicken. I don't eat pork, but I don't see the reasoning in putting these animal products into our beauty products. Like, if it's not going, if you're not going to eat it, then there's no point.
I mean, just by the quality of the one that I had, I mean, you don't need it.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I was even seeing the thing. I was like, how this smells great. How do you choose the flavors, or what? How
the flavors?
Don't be licking at Sucio.
Hey.
So the scents, just pretty much mixing stuff, a lot of the scents that I go with are a lot of the scents that, you know, I used to like in the 90s. So like the cucumber melon, the sweet pea, you know, all those scents that they used to sell like at, you know, at the mall when you would be walking down, and then you would stop at Bath and Body Works or whatever, and you would
The
buy
Miller's Outpost cologne.
Yeah. So just scents that bring you back, you know, bring you back to like those times where you're like, a lot of my candles too, they concentrate on those kind of scents, you know, that just bring you back, like arroz con leche or, you know, stuff like that. So it's just a lot of mixing, matching, playing with stuff, just figuring out what works, what doesn't, and just going with the flow.
Which to me is something that I really love about, I mean, I've only had this one, right? But that it's not overpowering, because I know you said you've never been to Lush, but you can smell Lush like fucking 3 blocks away from the mall because it's so powerful.
Yeah.
And I can't stand it. But these are like, you know, a little bit more subtle. I don't know how they are when you put it in the bath, because I don't have a fucking bath, so I don't know why. But I mean, I wanted more to promote you, you know, and I love that you say you hand paint these, right?
Yes. So I hand mold them. I hand paint them all. It takes me a while to do it, to figure it out. I think once I get the first one done, after that, it's like I set up a line, and then I just kind of, all right, do this on each one, do this on each one. And then it kind of just goes faster.
How long does it typically take you from start to end make a mold, a soap itself?
So first I have to color whatever baking soda I think is gonna go whichever color. So that takes a day, and then I let it dry. And then I make the bath bomb. That takes another day. And then I let it completely dry. And then the third day I go and I paint the bath bomb. So usually it's like about a 3-4 day process to get it all done.
How many do you make of each around? Or is it like depending on demand, or?
Yeah, just depending on demand. Like the first round, I'll make, give or take, about 25 of them. And then usually if they sell out or not, then I'll see like, oh shit, okay, I sold out. I need to make twice as much the next time around or whatever. And then I'll just keep making them. And then, you know, that one will slowly start dying out, and then I'll make a new one, and then just comes right back up again.
Well, you don't have no backlog, do you? You just make them on end. You're just like, boom, I'm just gonna make a batch. Here you go. You don't. What are people's like favorite ones? What's like the favorite characters that people attach themselves to?
I mean, for Halloween, you know, the Friday the 13th, those were really big seller. The Oogie Boogie, those were from last year, and I still had people messaging me this year like, hey, are you bringing them back? Are you bringing them back? So that was a big one. But I think like anything retro, you know, anything that, you know, that nostalgia that brings you back to like, oh shit, I used to like that movie. Like I can have it in a bath bomb, you know, like stuff like that.
Well, Sucio's waiting for that Godzilla.
I want a Battle Beasts. Obscure cartoon reference insertion.
Don't go too obscure, bro. Come on, like she needs to sell.
You don't make X-Squad cartoons, bro?
You're saying that you'll buy them all.
Yeah.
I'll buy them all. No, but yeah, I think Godzilla. I don't know if Godzilla would be a big seller, but we're big.
I know you're doing mainly bath bombs, but you said the candles, and what else was it? Because when I was on the internet, I live in Socorro, and there's no fucking internet over here. So I'm like, what is that? That shit looks cool, and it's like loading all slowly.
Yeah, so I do everything. I do candles, soaps, bath bombs, lotions, shampoo bars, conditioner bars. Yeah, the whole thing.
Just smelling good, looking good, smelling good, feeling good. That's what I like to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So how is
Paso? Because we rarely see. I feel like things from El Paso are always like, you know, Dia de los Muertos Calaveras and like Biggie the Bag from Big 8.
Yeah.
And you know, like a song. But when you do like a horror stuff, I'm like, it's fucking cool because it's not, you know.
I didn't even know that fucking bag had a name, bro.
His name Biggie the Bag, homeboy. What's up? Only shop at Big 8.
Now that
That's
you
what
said
he,
his name was Biggie the Bag, dude, I imagine him fucking rapping like Biggie Smalls.
he's got a big chain like that.
Oh my god. Well, how is your store gonna look? Like, are you gonna make it geek centric, or is it just gonna be like a regular, anything store? Or
No, I think I'm going more for like the natural look. But there is gonna be like, like kind of like a boho style to it. I think mainly I'm concentrating on bringing some new stuff to El Paso. We're so behind in like everything. So just being able to bring something that the bigger cities have. So
Like
I
what?
want to have, I want to offer like refill stations. So like you bring in your own container of lotion, fill it up, and then we just charge you by the weight of whatever you bought. Shampoos, conditioners, stuff like that. So just, being real eco-friendly for the eco-cautious consumer, and just bringing something that bigger cities have to our small city. Just,
I don't even know what's happening. I don't even know what's happening in the bigger cities because I've been trapped in El Paso for like 9 months now. That is just what's going on. I want to see it. Let's go see it. Like fuck it.
Yeah.
Me and all of us, and even if you leave like to somewhere, you have to like quarantine anywhere else. So it's like
Quarantine after you came back from Roswell, man. I know you did not.
I don't. What I did? What? What are you trying to? No, I haven't done shit. I've been quarantining all my life, dude, because I don't like to be out. No, that's why I have this place, bro. So I don't have to leave my house.
Yeah.
Which conditioner goes good with pale skin creep over there? Who's never used that?
All of them.
She just wants me to buy everything.
I just want you to buy.
No, you should go. You guys should go. To her Instagram. Once your store goes up, like go to your store. Tell them we sent you.
Is it gonna be? Do you still have the number yet? Right now, at the end of this, we're gonna ask you all your details. Please throw every number out there ever in existence.
Yeah.
Every email, Spotify, Snapchat. What's up?
So now that we got like a little bit of that out of the way, I want to know, because I mean I can kind of see from the designs that you have there, like that's what piqued our eye, basically, all the geek stuff. But what are some of your favorite like movies and video games that like inspired you to do all these?
I'm pretty old school, I'm Tremors, Gremlins,
Reba.
yeah, stuff like that. I mean, I'm not really into like any of the newer movies. I'm not really into superheroes, stuff like that. I know it's a big geek thing, but I'm not really into all of that.
And you make this guy into a bad bomb because
yes, yeah, some Gizmo into a bath bomb.
But I mean, like complete like this, because like you can detach his head and everybody gets all scared and shit when I do this. But this is This is actually from the 80s. So
yeah, I don't know if you've seen him. I actually have his head.
Yeah.
As a bath bomb, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But like, you have his head. Now we need the body.
You want the body. Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm just kidding. You don't have to.
That because the guy with hair dyes at the end, and I'm like, man, he was the good guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's not the good guy. I was like, yeah, he was. He was trying to screw everyone.
Everybody tells me to put weed in this shit, like to like fucking store my weed.
Weed.
A little stash box.
But why would I ruin? But I don't know. I don't want to ruin him because this is literally from my childhood, so I don't want to like even ruin him. But
what doing every time you leave the dungeon? So I'm sorry.
What about like for like video games and stuff? I know you said you like retro. I mean, we have the Super Nintendo playing right there. I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm stuck. I'm stuck on like the Mike Tyson's Punch Out. The original, Duck Hunt. I still own a regular Nintendo, like the first Nintendo system. So I'm stuck on that, and I have 2 sons, and that's what they play, They play the Duck Hunt, they play the the old Super Nintendo games. So pretty much stuck in the retro early 90s, 80s.
I mean, we are here too.
Do you break out that Mario Kart and like teach him? You're like, oh
yeah, he's big on Mario Kart right now. He's big on Mario Kart. He's big on Super Smash Brothers, stuff like that. But
so, you know, being that you have, you know, kids, you get the new generation of stuff. Do they tell you like, hey, do some I don't know, what are kids into this year? LOL dolls or whatever.
Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah.
Everything is.
It's not really them that asks me. I think it's more like the public. Like they'll be like, "Hey, I saw that you can make bath bombs into anything. Can you do like I don't know, Peppa Pig or whatever?" You know, and I'm like, I mean, I can, but that's not really my style.
But I don't want it.
Yeah.
Peppa Pig is like 7 feet tall. If you read her wiki, I'm serious. They're all tall. They're all giant creatures.
That's scary, bro.
The bad bomb are like 10 feet tall. It says it on the thing.
Because if Sucio was to do your inventory, he would want like They Live, Godzilla, fucking Zombieland. I'm just kidding. I know that They Live is big on you, and I know that would make a pretty cool bat bomb too.
If I really were to suggest something, it would be Ellie and Carl from Up, because I love the movie Up.
From Up.
Yeah, Up is cool. I mean, Wreck-It Ralph too.
What's the strangest request you've gotten from somebody for a bath bomb?
Don't
say a penis, because
I'm sure that's not strange. I'm sure that's like every other day.
No, I don't know. I really haven't gotten too many strange requests. I mean, one girl asked me if I could make a bath bomb edible because her daughter liked to put stuff in her mouth and she didn't want to give her some, you know, and I was like, well, I mean, I wouldn't suggest it. I mean, I don't put anything bad in my bath bombs, so I mean, you can lick it, but
I mean, Sucio's still alive, so you're good.
But I mean, I don't suggest it.
I'm
telling you, he thought it was like a sweet tart because, you know, it has that like.
Right there. I read, what was it? Biodegradable vegan plastic, ready to go. The whole thing.
Yeah, so it's biodegradable shrink wrap. It's actually made from plant cellulose, so it biodegrades as soon as it gets to the landfill. You know, it takes about 8 months, 9 months, under the right conditions, and it just disintegrates.
So if I leave it here in the dungeon for how long will it last?
It'll last. The thing it needs to be under the right conditions. So, you know, under the soil, the mud, the water, all that good stuff will help it start disintegrating. But as long as you have it there, it'll be fine.
Because I have a head made out of fondant that it's been here for 2 years and it's still perfect.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we just have the right conditions in this room or what, but when it's summer, it's hot as hell. When it's winter, it's cold as hell in this room. So I don't know.
I would always eat the apple seeds y nunca se me creció un árbol de la boca. What is that drum kit back there? What is that drum kit back there?
What is it signed? Oh, over there.
Yeah, so my husband's a drummer.
Okay.
Yeah, this is his dungeon, his man cave. So
there you go. So from man cave to man cave to man cave, like 3 man caves right here in one place. But I'm a drummer too. So props. So me and your husband are friends now.
Yeah.
Because we're drummers.
Best friends. I'll let him know.
We're best friends now. I don't even know him.
That's the drumsticks like that. Like.
Yeah, my drum set is behind this, so you can't see it, but it's there, believe me. But that's awesome. And how? So I assume too. He's also a geek.
Yeah, he's into all this stuff. He's actually a tattoo artist, so he tattoos at Red Skulls, and he does a lot of that stuff too. So.
Which we have a tattoo episode coming up too. I don't want to plug it too much because we haven't been able to have the guy here because of COVID. But I did get a tattoo in the name of the podcast, which is a Ninja Turtle right there.
He ran out. He ran out halfway through the thing, and we just went back to the house and filled it in with our tattoo.
He's missing his legs. Just kidding. And then we'll just put stick legs. No, but I found very similar because kind of like the questions we had for you, kind of like your inspirations, your, you know, like how do you, kind of similar to a tattoo artist. So it kind of makes sense, you know, that your husband is artistically inclined like you are.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
You got to do this as your own job. Like, I mean, that's rare. Like, how long has it been? When did you open? Or when did you start?
So it took me about a year to finally like start actually wanting to sell them. And then I've been in business a little bit over 2 years now.
That's very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm sure it feels like forever with you though.
We've been a YouTube show for a year, and I feel like I've been doing it for like 10 years. I'm fucking tired.
You're tired. Yeah, it's draining.
I've just been into all my life, so don't even worry about that.
Yeah, it's definitely draining sometimes, but you just,
I mean, if this doesn't discourage you, which is this whole COVID thing, like after this, nothing can. Like, come on, like, because we had, like Sucio always said, we had like a lot of plans for, you know, for the podcast, like a lot of big things, you know, that we wanted to do. But I actually just thought of an idea right now. I always get this. Sorry, Sucio. I always get ideas in the middle of the shows, and then I want to say them. I don't want anybody to see them. But we had,
some asshole comes and gets our idea. It's like the time you're gonna come out on our show, and then like 10 other people are gonna ask you to be on their show. It's the way it always is. Don't even worry. Thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you, but trust me, like it's gonna be. Don't say it. Don't say it. Look, you want.
No. I think it's a cool idea because it's up to her. It's not up to anybody else. So if she would want it, cool. If she doesn't, cool too. Well, Sucio knows this, but we're shooting a commercial for one of my favorite brands. They're not from here. I'm not even gonna say yet who they are, but we're shooting a old school VHS 80s 90s commercial, okay, for a toy, and I'm doing it VHS style. We're trying to write a script and everything. So I was thinking, since too you're into all that stuff. And since I want to test first, because this is our first time that we're going to shoot a fucking commercial, we could test a commercial with your products. Kind of VHS, you know, centric, kind of like stupid shit. I mean, for free, of course, because we just want to fucking learn how to do this shit right. Because this commercial that we're doing is for somebody that's not from here, from El Paso. So... Right. It's kind of important to me, and I don't want to fuck it up. So, but it's totally up to you.
A Chucky soap that's all broken, send it to us. If you have, a leather face that looks a little bit too pretty, send it to us, and we'll do a little jokey joke with them.
Hell no, I don't mind hooking you guys up. I'm always about giving people stuff. You know, like I feel like if you give a little, you get a lot back. You know, and like if I help you guys help me, you know, like both ways. Like,
yeah, we're trying to promote it.
Throwing a bunch of shit at you guys, like
I'm just trying to get
whatever
the
you want with it. Figure it out.
I just want to pay for my surgeries. No, but no, because I started this show. I don't want to make. We actually get demonetized every fucking show because we put clips that don't belong to us. And I don't care because I'm not making this show to get monetized by fucking YouTube. Like, if we want to get something, at least, like, if we're gonna, you know, make it here, is by promoting people from our hometown, which is El Paso, you know, or from Juarez too, because I was born in Juarez. But that's basically what this show is all about, and that's why we're always happy to have anybody that is local, you know, that is doing any kind of a cool thing. I don't want to bring like some fucking racist or some shit, you know. But, of course, but like even if your husband would want to, you know, like to promote his his shop or where he worked, whatever it is, he's more than welcome. As long as he's not a racist. Like I said, I don't want any of that shit here because I know Sucio's a bouncer, so yeah, he already.
I haven't done shit for you. I mean, I feel like I haven't been doing anything for like 6 months, and then I get, you know, you look at the things you've done, and during COVID, I'm like, yeah, I've actually done a bunch of stuff. I've done a ton of episodes. We've done a lot of things, you know, talking to new people, bringing stuff out. Like, how are you using your COVID time? Is it just all work now? Do you feel like it? I mean, I know you said you took a hit, but this has to be your busy season. We're going right into Black Friday, Christmas.
Yeah, so usually Halloween is my busiest season, only because I get to do like all the crazy spooky stuff that I want, you know. So yeah, last month was definitely my busiest. But it, you know, you just can't dwell on just COVID, you know, like I can't do this, I can't go out, I can't do, like, make it work for you, you know. You can't do this, use your time and do something else, you know. Watch that movie you've always wanted to watch, finish that video game you've always wanted to finish playing. You know, do whatever you wanted to do that you haven't been able to do because now you have the time to do it, you know.
You
so
know
like,
what movie I can get through?
Which one?
Driver. Have you ever seen Driver?
I've never seen Driver.
Driver is
Ryan Gosling.
Driver is driving Miss Daisy, bro.
I can't do it.
Why not? That's a cool movie, man.
I can't do it, broski. I can't. Like, I've tried.
That's weird though, because you like The Shining, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes in the right mind, when you're in the right mind.
I want to see a dog give a man oral sex, I guess.
Because I like that meme that said that they didn't like The Shining because Jack Nicholson was just being rude through the whole movie.
Be 1 star.
1 star.
Well,
but
look here with that old man mask on. I'll tell you that much.
So, what have you caught up with in these COVID times?
Pretty much just catching up with life. Like before this, I never made time for myself. I never, you know, I was always working. I was also bartending. So it was work during the day, making bath bombs, and then go bartend at night, come home, sleep a little bit. So I never had time to do anything for myself, you know? And so now it's like I actually get to stay home, cook, fill orders, you know, make molds that I've been wanting to make for the longest, but I don't have time to make them because I was always working. So
I would imagine Valentine's would be like a big time for you too, because I mean, who doesn't want to see Michael Myers making out with, like, you know, Leatherface, like, you know, little bath bomb like that?
And see, like I have a lot of people asking me, like, okay, what are you gonna make for Christmas? And I'm like, I mean, I really don't want to make a reindeer. Like, can I?
You can make like a zombie with like a Santa hat, you know?
Yeah, like I'm like, can I make like fucking Krampus or something like that? You know, like something evil. You know, will people still buy it? Will people be offended by it? You know, like.
I don't think so. I think that a lot of here in El Paso, we have a good underground scene of horror and like fucking just geek, like nerd people that like there's a lot because you see them when you go to the conventions and stuff, which right now we don't have, of course. But I mean, right now I'm trying to find content for basically Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I found 2 things that go perfectly with us because we love horror too and all that stuff. And there's a game that came out, an RPG that's old school. It looks like a Super Nintendo game. That's called Cthulhu Saves Christmas, which is totally fucking outrageous. But it's, you know, that's a cool idea. Like, I had never put Cthulhu with fucking, you know, Christmas together. Yeah. And I mean, we're going to end up reviewing that game. I don't know if you know, but like that game Dead Rising 4 came out years ago. But that whole game is zombies, and it's during Christmas. The whole game is during Christmas. So
there's many unofficial Christmas. I mean, obviously it's Die Hard, right?
Die Hard.
And then okay, what's Nightmare Before Christmas? Is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie?
It's a holiday movie.
Well, see, it's the same thing with the Gremlins. The Gremlins,
Yeah.
The Gremlins
is actually a Christmas movie. You know,
You're very
but
right.
not a lot of people know that. You know, they just see the movie and they're like, all right, cool. But that's actually a Christmas movie, like based during Christmas time.
I think even the Addams Family is Christmas because it starts at Christmas and it ends at Christmas. Like, if you see the beginning of Addams Family at the end of it, it's like Christmas to Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things like that where horror got mixed into the Christmassy. Because I mean, who fucking wants to be with their family?
No, it's because if you make a horror movie during Christmas, they're just gonna say it's a horror movie. You know, like they don't really put two and two together and say like, oh, it's a Christmas movie. Like except for Black Christmas, I guess, because it has it in the name. But I mean, whatever. How many movies do we have about Easter, huh? None.
Shit, we got a bunch of them, and there's a dude getting whipped. That was the
Yeah,
scariest one.
The Passion of the Christ.
You can say Donnie Darko is Easter since he's like some evil,
like a bunny.
Yeah.
No, that's Halloween also.
That's Halloween. It is Halloween. It's during Halloween. God damn it, Donnie Darko. Well, whatever. But so have you played any games during the? I mean, aside from those, like any new games, anything that interests you that's newer?
Okay, don't laugh, but I'm a big Kingdom Hearts.
Why would we laugh? That's a cool game, man.
A lot of people are like, oh, Disney. I don't know. I'm into
No, Disney's cool.
Yeah.
I used to love those games like way too much to the point where I bought the newest one and I couldn't anymore because I felt like an old guy playing a kid's game and I was like, what the fuck?
I'm hooked.
Which I shouldn't. I mean, who cares? But I don't know. Like, I feel like it had been so long to do the lesson.
Can you explain Kingdom Hearts to me? Because I've played like 3 of them and the storyline always changes just enough that I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Who is this guy now? Like, now Sora is the bad guy, right? Like, is that this?
It just all switches games. Like, some of the newer games are actually meant to be like prequels of some.
It's because they're like alternate universes and all this shit. Because it started with Sora, and then it went to the other kid, which turns out he's like not a real person. He lives like in the memories of Sora, and then Sora's memory. It's really fucking confusing. I don't know why they did that shit. And then there's no sequels. Like, I mean, there's 1, 2, and 3, but it's like 1 and then 2.1 remastered shit, and then the fucking I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I mean, but you don't have to have maybe to follow it, but you can play whichever one whenever, because like it just starts up, kind of tells you what's going on, and then that's it. You don't really need to know much. It's Sora trying to save, the
worlds, like different worlds. Yeah.
All I know is that Donald Duck was constantly wasting my damn potion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, fucking using my potions, bro. What? Get out of here.
Giving your magic to Goofy, bro.
Yeah, I got
goofy ass motherfucker. It's fucking. Now it's a cool game though. Like I do like, and there's a new one coming out, but it's like a fucking like music, like kind of like Guitar Hero, but with fucking Kingdom Hearts. It looks pretty alright. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know really why you think we would laugh.
I don't know. A lot of people, I'm like, oh, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts, and they're like, oh god, Kingdom Hearts.
I thought you were gonna tell me like something fucking like super weird or some shit, like oh, I've been playing Love Island, the video game, or some shit. Like, oh, what the fuck?
I've been playing irrigation ditch steamer system.
Yeah, dude, like I thought you were gonna say something weird, or at least like Animal Crossing or something. That's a huge game with the kids right now too. So, like my daughter is like all Animal Crossing, even though she doesn't even have it. But
bro, with trade bells, homie.
You already know too much. But anyways,
all my video game knowledge is from memes, bro. I don't actually play games.
That's true.
It's just all mean.
I think she's getting bored of us talking about.
Because if she wasn't bored with us, she wouldn't be a normal person. I'll tell you that much.
That's
Thank you
true.
for being a normal person.
So, what is? This is a hard question because Sucio hated when I like fucking asked this question. But what is like your favorite horror movie of all time?
You're gonna put him on the spot again. Look,
that happens. It happens. Mine is Planet Terror. Yeah, I said it.
Planet Terror.
You see it? You fucking judger.
Is that horror?
I mean, it's action horror, I guess.
I don't know.
I think once the gun is involved, it's like not horror. It becomes like kind of like, oh shit, something's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think I have like an actual favorite like horror movie that I could say like I love that movie.
So who's your favorite like slasher or monster then? Oh shit! Not even.
Putting me on the spot. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. Like it's more like I prefer movies that are more like you don't really know what's gonna happen or what's going on really.
Like Hereditary? Did you like that movie?
Yeah, like kind of like the theme, you know, like you're just kind of like, what is this? What's going on? Like you don't really understand what the movie is, and then
or like
all of a sudden at the end it just all makes sense.
The Notebook?
The Notebook. That's my favorite horror movie.
There was an old people. There was some fucking I don't know what's happening.
They kissed and then they die together or some shit. I don't know. But the thing, which is crazy that you bring the thing because that's another huge game that everybody's fucking playing right now, which is Among Us, which is like a fucking basically like an homage to the thing. That's crazy. The Thing is one of my favorite movies actually too.
Yeah.
It's a cool fucking movie.
I don't know, just stuff like that. Like for example, I was talking to my brother, and he was making fun of me because he really wanted a Hellraiser bath bomb, and I've never seen Hellraiser before ever. And the reason why is because my brother would always watch these damn movies over and over again when I was growing up, and I was like, "Fuck, I hate this movie! Like, stop putting it on," you know. So I finally sat down 2 days ago and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. If I'm gonna make a bath bomb of it, I'm gonna watch it. So I sat down and I watched it and I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, this is some crazy shit. Like, you know, and I mean,
for Halloween, I watched the Hellraisers too, and I said to myself as a kid, because I saw them as a kid, and I didn't know what was happening, right? 8, 9, 10, I don't know what those things are. But then I saw them as an adult, like, oh, I get it. It's because you gotta be over the age of like 15.
It goes deep, man.
Yeah. But
it goes deep.
It's crazy, like growing up, like, you know, I would watch all these videos and I would go to the video store and I would rent, you know, Faces of Death and stuff like that. And I would sit down and I would watch them and I'd be like, oh my God, like this person's dying, you know? And now I look at them and I'm like, how the hell did my mom let me watch that? Like, that is some crazy shit. Like, you know, the movies back then, they concentrated so much on like, not so much scaring you, you know, like,
well, it was the gore and the special effects, I think.
Yeah, but it was more concentrated on like, you know, this shit could really happen to you. Like, you know, they're gonna skin you from your head and, you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, oh God.
You should watch this movie called Pieces. I don't know if you watched it. It's an Italian movie. There's a dub in English, but that one is about kind of like a guy that's trying to make a fucking puzzle out of people. So he has a chainsaw and he just kills girls, but it has a very deep message. It's kind of stupid when you see it because you're like, oh, this guy's just killing girls, and like, but it has a really deep message. And I mean, I would like to know if you watch it and then like to know if you know what that message was at the end, because like a lot of people don't get it until like they tell it to you and you're like, oh, that's right. Yeah, but yeah. It's a crazy fucking movie and it has crazy ass visuals because back in the 70s and 80s, they did a lot of like their practical effects, so they look very real. I don't know if you knew, but the first Faces of Death is all fake, except for the people that are already dead. Like when they come out, then they're already dead. Those are real. But whenever you see somebody die on camera, those are all like filmed, like with, you know, like a movie. And I didn't know that until I grew up.
Yeah.
I was always traumatized by that stupid movie, and then like later on, I was like, oh, they're all fake. And I'm like, oh shit.
You know what I remember seeing, and I saw it for Halloween too, and I did a bunch of mushrooms. Anyways, but I was watching 1977 House, which is a Japanese film about a haunted. And you know, that's one of those things where it's like, why as a little kid?
Why did you watch it on shrooms though, dude? Like.
And it's like that movie makes no fucking sense whatsoever, and it's not even like crazy scary, but you're just like, what the fuck? It's
a creepy ass fucking movie though, dude. You don't need shrooms to be tripping on that movie. It's already trippy.
I was flying high, baby. I was going to Super Mario Land. I was Super Mario Land 2. I had a flower, and I had 90.
Look, let me explain one of the scenes in House. It's because I don't say House because there's an 80s movie called House, a scary movie. That's why I say Houseu, because it's the Japanese. But there's a scene where this ghost, the fucking head of a ghost dude, bites the butt of a Japanese girl. What the fuck? Like, that's fucking weird, and that's not even the weirdest that happens in that movie. But it's a weird fucking movie. I saw it at 3 a.m. in Austin with one of my friends, like back in the day when they had like the Criterion DVDs or whatever. I mean, they still do, but I guess we were bigger. But he got it in the mail, and like it was like 3 a.m. We had just come from a fucking night of partying and fucking convention shit. And he's like, dude, I got the movie. Let's watch it. At 3 a.m, dude, I was already like half asleep, and then we watched that shit, dude. I couldn't sleep. That shit's creepy. Creepy. You should watch it, Cynthia.
I completely agree with you when it's like the whole thing where as a kid they show you, because you know my older cousins and stuff showed me things and I didn't understand what the fuck they meant. And even now it affects me because it's the whole horror thing where it's like you grow up and you think horror is, you know, Nightbreed and like you said, Tremors and like, you know, these kind of like old school People Under the Stairs. Like, you know, you watch People Under the Stairs now and you're like, man, this fucking movie was tripped out for 1991. And I was, what, like 7 in 1991? So it's like, you know, as an adult, it's even more strange. And, you know, I wouldn't be able to even recommend People Under the Stairs, even though I like People Under the Stairs.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Shocker was a horror movie, and that shit's not a horror movie, bro. That movie sucks. That's one of the movies where Wes Craven was just trying to do another Freddy Krueger.
We're just trying to make some money right now, real fast, y'all. Let's just put Shocker. We're gonna have a guy made out of a tree. Fuck it, let's do it.
What was another movie that Wes Craven did that was like Freddy again, but it was like some dude, like a fucking fisherman.
Oh, what I did. Well, I know what you did last summer.
No. That wasn't Wes Craven. It was like My Soul to Take, I think. That movie.
That was a good one.
I don't know. I'm glad Wes Craven's dead. I'm just kidding. I'm not.
He's gonna be knocking on your window and everything, pulling your leg.
That one was for my brother, dude. That one was for my brother. It's because I used to talk a lot of shit about, because we went to see Scream 4 at the theaters, and I was drunk, and I was so pissed that I threw like my beer and shit in the theater because I was pissed at that movie. I was like, "Fuck this movie! This movie sucks." And my brother was like, "Shut up, bro. Like, Wes Craven is a legend." And I was like, "Nah, fuck that senior fucking asshole." And it was just funny. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, what do you think about Cloverfield? Does it suck or not?
Never seen it.
Oh, thank God. Don't watch it. I fucking hate Cloverfield.
I'm a kaiju guy. I like giant monsters. I'm not going to say that I know a lot about horror, although I do. But I know way more about giant monsters and samurai.
Weird flex, bro, but okay.
Right.
I had never. But anyways, a game that I do want. I mean, I would like I don't know what your kids like to play, but if they're into the retro stuff, they probably played it. But Zombies Ate My Neighbors, this guy's favorite game. They should play that game, especially because it's co-op. So, you know, I think that's a pretty cool game to play during Halloween too.
If you, yeah, especially if you like the retro stuff, play Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I love all the iconography in there. It takes a lot from Twilight Zone. It takes a lot from 60s and 70s and 80s monster film.
Friday the 13th, bro. The Mummy.
Kind of ridiculous, you know, thing. I think you, of all people that we've had on the show, you'll love that one.
I'm taking notes, guys. I'm taking notes.
So we're gonna send you a transcription of this entire episode.
No, fuck no. Unless you write it, because I'm not writing that shit.
You can't even my name?
I already have a hard time. Yeah, shut up. I'm blind. I already have a hard time fucking like, because my wife is a big proponent of like, especially because I'm, you know, disabled, but of like the captions and stuff. Thank God YouTube fixed that shit, so now they can caption us automatically. But before you had to do it manually. And I was like, nah, fuck this, dude. I'm not gonna. And I say a lot of bad words, so it would be a lot of F and then that little dash. Yeah, I have a dirty ass now. Sucio does too. That's why his name is Sucio.
They only call me Sucio. My conscience is clean.
Is it though? Hey, bro, this is like a homecoming for both of us because we haven't seen each other in a while. That's why we're bickering at each other.
We've done a Zoom call for 3 months because we're like, oh yeah, the virus is getting better. Let's start booking some fucking bands and let's bring some
then
people.
Like, nope. And then it just goes to shit.
Geek. All right, time to go back to the Zoom calls.
Yep, Zoom calls. It's gonna be for a while. But anyway, so yeah,
That's
so.
Nice. I never came out dirty, baby. I'm all good. I'm clean. Taking me back.
Me too, bro.
You know what? I'm right here waiting for you. Dog. Don't forget about it.
Dude.
Anyways, please tell us your descriptions. Please tell us where we can find you. Please tell us the store is opening. Please tell us your Instagram, your WhatsApp, everything.
So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Instagram, my handle is at inbloom.ep. Facebook, you can just find me under inbloom.
Is that a reference? I'm just asking.
Is that what?
Is that a Nirvana reference?
You know, it kind of is.
Yay.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Hey, I'm glad that she's called fucking in blue and not like November Rain or some shit.
No Guns N' Roses here. But yeah.
Did you know they filmed some of that in El Paso, November Rain?
And the answer is nobody gives a shit. Anyway.
Doesn't love Guns N' Roses, bro. You add them, you put them in this chat right now.
All right, so Facebook in Bloom.
So Facebook in Bloom, Instagram at inbloom.ep. My website, inbloombathproducts.bigcartel.com. I'm hoping to open my store hopefully beginning December, if COVID doesn't fuck shit up again. But
So stay home, stupid.
yeah, stay home so that I can open my store. Address is 12301 Rojas, Suite B25. Right off of Rojas and Joe Battle, so super easy to get to. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
And once you open your store, we're gonna be going over there and recording some of the stuff so that we can show everybody.
Yeah, you guys can go do your filming there. I mean,
we'll do the 80s commercial there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a bathtub. You guys can go take pictures, you know, do your thing.
Hell yeah.
So.
Hell yeah, hey, you're gonna do that shit. I'm not taking a piece of clothing, bro.
I'm gonna reenact all of Silence of the Lambs in the In Bloom Grand Store opening. After hours is a private invite only.
No, bro, we're gonna reenact the scene on fucking Nightmare on Elm Street. You're gonna be Nancy and I'm gonna be Freddy. You know, in between your legs.
There's some movies on the niños.
I'll have the lotion ready for when you guys wanna do the Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, You're gonna put the lotion in the basket? Yeah. We're gonna be doing the Buffalo Bill. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that shit. He can do it.
We're gonna get demonetized. I don't care again. Let's do it. Goodbye Horses Q right now. No,
You can't get demonetized if you're not showing it. Buffalo Bill was censoring himself. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, body dysmorphia. Anyways, thank you for coming on the show. We truly appreciate you. We really can't wait to go there. We really actually, I'm gonna buy another one of those things. I can't wait to get that Freddy Krueger kissing Chucky or whatever.
You said it, dude.
Yeah.
Just putting it in her brain, bro. Just putting it. I'm just seeding, just throwing some seeds out there.
Just throwing your ideas. Just putting some ideas. Yeah, I think that actually would be cool, and I think that a lot of people would buy them.
Really, we hope best. Thank you for actually being on the show. We appreciate it. But once again, we only let you on the show because they were great and they actually smelled great. And like I said, it really helped my dad when he had his surgery, and he loved it. So I'm gonna for sure get some more. It's really great. It's awesome to see somebody in El Paso doing something like this, and we want to support people.
If we didn't like him, we would have just blocked you. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
So you're not blocked. You're good.
I got the approval of not being blocked. But no, thanks for having me on. I truly appreciate it. I mean, any way I can help you guys let me know, and likewise,
Hey, and your husband, your kids, you guys, once COVID is over, of course, you guys are welcome to come to the fun gym, as we call it. We have 2 arcades here. We have a Guitar Hero machine over here. We have 3 arcades, actually. We have the Super Nintendo here. We have a fridge full of drinks. Sometimes it's not full right now, but COVID time. We have over there. We have a drum set. We have everything. So you guys are welcome to come, and
You're
we
not
can
gonna be able to get us out of there.
I mean, it happens, but what can we do? But anyways, with that said, thank you so much again for joining us. Thank you, Sucio, for being a part of Night Trap Podcast still. We'll probably be doing a Thanksgiving special. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do because we can't get together yet. But with that said, thank you.
I'll take another test for you, just so you know I'm clean. I'll come out. I'll show you what I have, what I don't got. You know what I got already. I already gave that to you,
dude.
Anyways, thank you for having me.
We can talk about that shit. But remember to follow us at Night Trap Podcast. Remember to follow Sucio. I love Sucio. And again, for the millionth time, remember to go follow InBloom at inbloom.ep, InBloom on Facebook, and we'll put all the links and all that stuff on the description below. And thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Later, bitches.